golden crown. First they'll stand with one another, then they'll turn against each other under thunder on the battleground. With their torches, tar, and feathers, off to round up all the witches on a railroad, run them out of town. In a kingdom that's collapsing, I'm relaxing on the ashes, playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down. You can dance around the fire with the hand that holds the power, or go cower with the gagged and bound. While the vultures count the profits and the hawks are launching rockets in a garden growing mushroom clouds. You can storm the ivory towers, but the knight in shining armor's days are numbered on the body count. So we're laughing up at heaven in the arms of Armageddon, playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down. You can find me playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down, playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down. You can find me playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down, playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down. Where the tricksters and the grifters and the rich carnival barkers sell their sulfur to a spellbound crowd, buying tickets to the promise of a better world to come and left with nothing when their hope runs out. There's a lifeboat overflowing on a rising violent ocean in the darkness where the sailors drown. But I'm smiling on an island by the tidal wave horizon, playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down. If you're screaming in defiance, are you David or Goliath when the riot rages all around? Call it vengeance, call it justice, call it progress, call it selfish. Either way, I'm gonna have my doubts. Maybe I'm just causing problems, thinking I know how to solve them. So for once, I'm gonna shut my mouth. Waiting silent in the shadows like a devil at the crossroads, playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down. You can find me playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down, playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down. You can find me playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down, playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down. While the charlatans are shouting propaganda on the mountain, truth is spoken to an empty house. If you ask for my opinion, are you trying to make a difference or find something to complain about? When indulgence and consumption leave a landscape of destruction where it's far too late to turn back now, I'll be moving on my own way down the existential highway, playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down. You can find me playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down, playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down. You can find me playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down, playing fiddle, watching Rome burn down. Speaking of shit burning down, this is called Ashtray. It has nothing to do with the last song, but burning down the cigarettes and ashtray all go together. It's like my expanding brain. Someone asked me if I found God. Yes, I think we've met a couple times, but I'm not sure if it was him, cause I can't look her in the eye. And all I heard were warnings from my conscience in the guilty night that said, I'll see you on the day you die. I'll see you on the day you die. I'll see you on the day you die. No, I've never been to heaven, but they say my head is in the clouds, cause I just sit here by myself and hope I stand out in the crowd. I tried to make my father proud, found out that I don't know how. Tomorrow there is only here and now. Yeah, there's only here and now. Yeah, there's only here and now. And I hate to say it, but I've heard it all before. There's a war outside my window, revolution at my door. Keep the corporate counterculture that I'm trying to ignore, because I don't believe in nothing anymore. All these teachers preaching right from wrong can't help the weak against the strong, or savior from an end that comes for you and I and everyone. So I'll just write another song for all the world to sing along, cause after all, someday we'll all be gone. Yeah, someday we'll all be gone. Yeah, someday we'll all be gone. And now I've washed my everything. The fairy tales of the fantasy, apparently reality has finally got the best of me, and all those drugs I did in vain. They ease the pain and numb my brain, but life is just a high you can't sustain. Life's a high you can't sustain. Life's a high you can't sustain. And I hate to say it, but I've heard it all before. There's a devil in the details and salvation with the Lord. Well, now one more compliance, and defiance left me bored. I guess I don't believe in nothing anymore. And now I see the writing on the wall, the darkness in the crystal ball, a house of cards about to fall, a peace of mind I can't recall. But man, the worst thing that I saw was clearly the reflection of a boy who said, I think I've seen it all. Yeah, I think I've seen it all. Yeah, I think I've seen it all. And I hate to say it, but I've heard it all before. After all these years, those chandeliers have crashed upon the floor. And there ain't no way of knowing what the future has in store. I don't believe in nothing. I don't believe in nothing. No, I don't believe in nothing anymore. Thanks, everybody. All right, we're gonna play a slow song about train hoppers. Woo! How many of y'all have hopped the train? Oh man. Anybody else? That dude? For real? Sick. What happened?
I wasn't.
I'm saying. It's cool? Okay, sweet. Okay. Y'all met each other before on the train? Okay. Somebody's lying. Just playing. I've never hopped the train. I sat on one, it didn't go nowhere, so I got off. I took a bus. Anyway, but I have dated a whole lot of train hopping girls, and this song is about all of them put together. It's called Ivy Juniper. Goes like this. And remember, if you see Ivy on the road, tell her she owes me a pack of Camels and $20. Born on a runaway boxcar train, crowned with a halo of daisy chains, second-hand holes in her denim jeans, queen with a lucky ace up her sleeve. Have you heard about that girl with the bandit boots and the cowboy smile? Call her Ivy Juniper, she's a highway child, pretty misty eyes, rugged and rough with a diamond shine, sweet and sassy like moonlight wine. They call her Ivy Juniper, the rambling love of mine. Off like a derelict when she goes, rocks like a ramshackle rodeo, lips like the kiss from a honeycomb, bag full of tricks and a heart of gold. Never met a girl like her, she's a coin flip mixed with a cyclone spin. Little Ivy Juniper, with her pockets filled with the perfect crime, one of a kind on a cloud nine high, laughter painting the countryside. She's little Ivy Juniper, rambling love of mine. Can't forget about that girl with her soul exploding like sundown fire. Wild Ivy Juniper, she's a pistol living a slingshot life, free as a bird in the western sky, passing by like an exit sign. She's Wild Ivy Juniper, the rambling love of mine, rambling love of mine. This next song is a long song. It's called What You Will. It's off my Tumbleweed album. I have a bunch of merch over there. I'm not a big hustler or grifter or nothing, so I'm just gonna say it once, maybe twice. There's merch at that table. Helps me afford this $8 gas that's coming up. And if you want to buy some, it's gonna definitely help you like pay for like a new liver one day when my shit goes sky high on eBay and you're dying and you need some money to pay for that shit. So you want to get that shit now, dog.
Buy his fucking shit!
Yes. My shit is for sale. Fecal matter is behind the counter.
She said you could donate her stool.
It's Johnny Depp and Amber Heard approved. Approved. All right, that's enough. I had a friend who had to vent on a time that left him quite verklempt. I asked exactly what he meant, and helplessly he said, I'm just a boy with a broken dream and a chemical dependency that's eating up what's left of me. While they say plan ahead, he asked his father, what's the point? The future ain't too bright. Then Dad replied, for the first time, I think you might be right. Cause your generation's on medication, blinded by inebriation, wallowing in procrastination, frankly bored of education, live in fear of foreign nations, nuclear annihilation, searching for an explanation, while I have the realization that it's all my fault and such is life. I held a girl for a bit of a while in an age where a smile was out of style. She made denial seem worthwhile and I never quite knew how. She had a voice and a wish for fame and claimed the world would know her name. I told her I once felt the same, but look where I am now. So darling, keep your head on straight, this vision won't pan out. She'd say I always get my way and you can just get out. So she worked real hard and she danced away, but she put on a play for her mirror all day. And the years went by, she turned 28, over the hill and a little too late. With deteriorating mental health, the president's dead cause she proved herself. And though you never heard her sing, she's on magazines and TV screens while she sits and smiles in a prison cell where she hung herself with a studded belt. She went out like a star and such is life. I knew a fella so tried and true, he's a lot like me and a bit like you, who struggled through what bound him to a social web of lies. He saw the things he chose to see inside a world of fantasy, and he never fit too comfortably in anybody's eyes. But when the system pulled his card and said you turned out right, he fed you fear for 18 years, preparing for a fight. So son, get off that unicorn and come try on this uniform, cause these are the colors that never run. Red, white, blue, and a silver gun. Though he never laid a finger on anyone, he just sang his songs and he had his fun. On the battlefield, he met his end when he took a bullet to save his friend. His mom got word the other day in a letter that read, thanks anyway. But that's how freedom rings and such is life. My thoughts on everybody else would lead me back to view myself and take the sorrow that I felt to build a case in point. My home sweet home of lemon drops where dinner's served on countertops. The healthy family unit stops when parents disappoint. The stranger's hand that feeds you is a jackal in disguise that sends us poison arrows from apocalyptic skies. There's a fallout child with an empty face who will finish last in the human race, in a vegetative state at his parents' place, in a shame disgrace, who's afraid to age. His rage enslaves a caged white dove who's raised on drugs and selfish love, the product of a time defined by me, myself, and I, combined with a slow decline on a string of pills. While the world keeps turning, we're standing still and growing up all wrong. The sandbox lines are drawn, the backward beat goes on. Is life. That's a lot. That used to be my most popular one. I was always like, I'm sick of playing this one. And now I played it like, for the first time in like a long time. Whatever. I'm gonna play a new song off my new album called Cheap Shots on the Rocks. It's a fun song. Who out there does drugs? Well, I do so many drugs I had to stop doing them. So this is about not doing drugs and also not falling in love, because that can be just as bad sometimes depending on the situation. I'm going to try to remember all the words to this. I haven't played in a while. This is called Love and Drugs. You're wasting all of my time on loving drugs, I wish I had back all the mountains of cash that I spent on loving drugs. They're always around when the going gets tough. A little too much equals never enough. My conscience is clean, but I'm calling my bluff. I'm through with loving drugs. It's kisses or kicks, but I'm getting my fix with loving drugs, my comfort and joy when I'm lost in the void that I fill with loving drugs. We'll run you in circles, but both of them lead to detox or handcuffs, so maybe the key is learning to let go of things you don't need. So thank you, loving drugs. You can lie, you can cheat, you can rinse and repeat, you can sweep it under the rug. But a pretty safe bet is you're gonna regret what you'll do for loving drugs. You can keep your mouth shut, you can cover it up, playing dumb with a shoulder shrug. You'll deny and deceive because you never believed what you do for loving drugs. No, nothing compares to my toxic affair with loving drugs, addicted, obsessed, and emotional mess when I'm hooked on loving drugs. They're one and the same and they're two of a kind. I'm reaching new lows, always chasing a high. It's been a good run and one hell of a ride, and I blame loving drugs. Made some mistakes, always trying to escape. Loving drugs, I'm doing my best and I'm making amends because of loving drugs. They've broken my heart and they've stolen my soul by sending my life spinning out of control. I'm giving them up cause they've taken their toll. Yeah, goodbye loving drugs. You can take a step back and get on the right track, hit the brakes down and kill your buzz. You're messing around and you're gonna find out what you'll do for loving drugs. When you're guilty as charged and you're put behind bars cause the hand fits into the glove. Yeah, the truth's gonna hurt, but you'll finally learn what you'll do for loving drugs. What you'll do for loving drugs. What you'll do for loving drugs. Does anyone want to hear anything that I haven't played?
White picket fence!
Oh shit, okay. I haven't played that in a long time either. I'll try to do it. Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky, little boxes on the hillside, little boxes all the same. There's a pink one, and a green one, and a blue one, and a yellow one, and they're all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same. There once was a boy who sat in a box for 20-some years till they shipped him off to a brand new box. But that's okay, cause the love of his life who became his bride would stand by his side till he put her aside. Now she cries over puddles of spilled pride, but that's okay. And they raised a child to think for himself till he questioned God and he needed help. So they got that prescription filled and now that's okay. And every day they wake and they open their eyes and they put on their masks and they go outside and they hide what's inside from a world they despise, but that's okay. It's alright, it's okay. All in all, it's disarray. It's the same thing every day, but that's okay. It's alright, it's okay. All in all, what can you say? Is it ever gonna change? And it's okay. So they live behind a white picket fence where the rules were sent from the government through a pixel box that makes no sense, but that's okay. Daddy slaves away so the bills get paid. Mommy finds new ways to sedate the pain while little what's-his-name plays video games, and that's okay. When you're glued in front of a flat TV where you'll never question authority, you'll just be all that you can be, but that's okay. Until you fall in line thinking you don't care while you run in circles and get nowhere, then you'll wonder how you ended up there, and that's okay. It's alright, it's okay. They look just like you and me, flailing in their misery, but that's okay. It's alright, it's okay. When it's all work and no play, it makes Jack a real dull boy, but that's okay. Now they're all caught up in the same routine while they're chasing down some elusive dream. In the scheme of things it seems obscene, but that's okay. because the kid's in school, but he cannot think while his mom's handcuffed to the kitchen sink and his dad's in love when he has a drink, but that's okay. And he says, my son, if you only knew what that cereal box has in store for you, you'd be drinking coffee too, but that's okay. Because they might be black, or they might be white, and they might be left, or they might be right, but they all lose sight in the end, and that's okay. It's alright, it's okay. In the land of liberty, where there's nothing really free, but that's okay. It's alright, it's okay. That's the way it's gotta be when we all end up the same, but that's okay. Cause we've got ourselves to blame, but that's okay. Gonna find another way if that's okay. I have a couple more for you. Thanks so much for listening to my set. I super appreciate it. Once again, for anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Matt Pless. I'm from Baltimore. I've been doing this for a long fucking time, and you can find all kinds of shit on Google about me if you want to look it up. And if anyone films anything, I can't see any of you, it's so bright, so if anyone filmed anything, tag me on Instagram so I can have some content and get people to smash that like button. This song's about a girl long ago and far away. It goes like this. It's 3 a.m. and the conversation's spent. She's waiting on the bedside, wrapped within the static wind, and she's got powders and pills, chasing thrills through dollar bills, tracing lines off her reflection with her senses so distilled as she drifts on through this dream. She can share her medication, but she can't outrun the rain when clearly here she stands with candy in her hands. She offers up the pixie dust and separates the sand, and I'll say it's alright, no need to ask me twice. She spins the ring so she can sing the crayon song tonight. She's gonna sing the crayon song tonight. When she calls, you can find her in the hall, where she's scribbling a picture she hangs crooked on the wall. She's framing false alarms until her chambermaids have gone. Then she'll sleep beside the music box whose tune keeps playing on. Her behavior seems insane, cause we both know you might overdose from trying to kill the pain. But lately, here we stand with candy in our hands. Let's mix us up some pixie dust and sprinkle on the sand. We'll just say it's alright till once turns into twice. Let's spin the ring so we can sing the crayon song tonight. We're gonna sing the crayon song tonight. I'm off to wander with my lover in her bag of pretty colors. Off to wander with my lover in her bag of pretty colors. Fan the flame and erase another day. She'll be running all the red lights till the candles melt away along this empty road where the flowers never grow, casting shadows, drenching sorrow from a life she'll spend alone until the sunshine sets her free. It appears that you've been down so long it looks like up to me, but sadly here I stand with candy in my hands. I'm mixed up with the pixie dust and sinking in the sand, and something's not quite right. Sometimes you should think twice. I spun the rings and now I'll sing the crayon song all night. We're gonna sing the crayon song tonight. I'm off to wander with wander with my lover in her bag of pretty colors. Thank you. All right, y'all. I got 2 more acoustic songs, and then I'm gonna rap for you. So, it's a funny story, right? Some of you might know this. One time, this is a true story. One time, me and Whitney from Days and Days were hanging out in Vegas. We had nothing to do, so we decided we had new drugs, and we decided to smoke toothpaste because we heard that it got you high many years ago. So we went and bought toothpaste and cigarettes, and we coated the cigarette with toothpaste and let it dry, and we sat there and we were smoking this cigarette with toothpaste on the strip, like right there, like where crack is. And it didn't work. During that moment, though, this like crusty chick comes by and she's like, "Hey, are you Whitney from?" And I was like, and she was like, "Oh my God!" I introduced myself, and this girl goes, "Oh, you wrote the Crayon song?" And I was like, "Yeah." And that was that. And we offered her some of our toothpaste. That's my cool story about. It's sort of about the Crayon song. It's not really. I just played the Crayon song. How do you think that was? Alright. Last request. For one last request, if anyone wants to hear anything, tell me now if I can play it. That's the last.
There we go.
Okay, I'm just going to play this. You want to hear a new song that's not out yet? Yeah, okay. Fuck the old shit. It's all good. This song's about hippies and how they fucked everything up.
What? Yeah!
So here's to the hippies, things turned out swell. Those good intentions paved the road to hell, and you can blame it on everyone having too much of a good time. The counterculture was bought and sold, then sex, drugs, and rock and roll overdosed, and you can blame it on everyone having too much of a good time. You know the fame ain't what it's cracked up to be. It's hard to explain, but trust me when I say it's mob rule down at the guillotine. Let the heads of the good times roll. They said all you need is love, just try to imagine. You gave peace a chance, but they killed John Lennon. You hate him, you love him, some say he had it coming. Found paradise lost on the wrong side of heaven. So here's to the tie-dyed utopian dreams, but yesterday's saints make tomorrow's thieves, and you can blame it on everyone having too much of a good time. If they fooled you once, they can fool you twice. You can't trust the truth if it's advertised, but you can blame it on everyone having too much of a good time. And know the fame, it ain't gonna set you free. A runaway train will chase it anyway. The falling star and the guillotine, let the heads of the good times roll. They said all you need is love, just try to imagine. You gave peace a chance, but they killed John Lennon. You hate him, you love him, some say he had it coming. Found paradise lost on the wrong side of heaven. Found paradise lost on the wrong side of heaven. Do you, don't you want me to love you? It's coming down fast, but it's miles above you. Tell me, sell me the answer. You may be a lover, but you ain't no dancer. And the fame is based on a chance you take. The bargain one makes the price you're gonna pay. The brass ring blade at the guillotine, let the heads of the good times roll. They said all you need is love, just try to imagine. You gave peace a chance, but they killed John Lennon. You hate him, you love him, some say he had it coming. Found paradise lost on the wrong side of heaven. Found paradise lost on the wrong side of heaven. Thanks, y'all. All right. Now, Colorado's always got that air that disappears when you get above sea level. So, it's always hard to get breaths in this town. But I love you anyway. It's crazy, because I used to smoke hella weed when I came up here, and it was really hard to breathe. Now I don't smoke hella weed, and I'm hoping it's going to make it easier for me to breathe the thin air. Okay. This is called When the Frayed Wind Blows. It's a meditative contemplation on the situation going on in the world yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Thank you for listening. And if you want to hear me rap, stick around for 2 more tracks. If you don't, you can smoke cigarettes. And then you can buy merch. If it starts with an explosion, do you end it with a bang? First the whistles start to blow and then the guilty finally hang. There's a storm on the horizon and the water's on the rise. We're watching history repeating with the change in times. The figureheads keep talking but they're buried in the sand. Everyone is pointing fingers, everybody plays their hand. The fix is in, the game is rigged, the pawns are polarized. You either pick a side or think outside the picket lines. I wonder, is this a revolution or just mass confusion? When every voice is trying to scream the loudest for equality, while we argue strategy, culture, and philosophy. People die in city streets, all paved with blood and poverty. Powers with a chosen few. Desperation's just a tool that agents of corruption use to keep the jails and prisons full. Diamond pockets lined with profits earned from broken lives. This led to pledge by one discrimination under God is saying, stop the world, I wanna get off. Everything's on fire and it's falling apart. So if we can't turn back, can we change the course when the fury of the frayed wind blows? The preachers sell salvation to the faithful on their knees. Some prey upon our need and want for something to believe. And some have spun the doctrines, holy guides to paradise, to justify injustices and centuries of genocide. Surrender to your temples, to your altars or your shrines, the weapons used by shepherds so the sheep will keep in line. Conflicting congregations thinking only of themselves. If that's the path to heaven, hate to see the road to hell, I'll tell ya. You take a vision, make religion, cause division, keep you vacant and complacent and dependent on a system by creating ways to separate, utilizing class and race. Prejudice perpetuates and keeps monopolies in place. Trickle up or trickle down, stack or spread the wealth around. Someone's hope is running out while fortune fills the bank account. Empty promise politicians pander to the poor while there's money used for funding phony wars on foreign shores. I'm saying, stop the world, I wanna get off, cause they're loading up the bullets and they're dropping the bombs. The propaganda beats to the narrative drums when the fury of the frayed wind blows. The criminals in Congress, they ain't got no ground to stand. They're building walls and borders all around the stolen land. A legacy of liberty, that's how the story goes. But conquerors rewrote the past to suit the status quo. So is it institutions or the state of humankind that leads to some exalted over thousands left behind? They'll push you to your limit, but in turn they'll push their luck. A sleeping giant's riot when they finally woken up because they're buying your silence with those shiny advertisements. They lie and cheat and steal and tax your habits so you'll finance what they hide away behind the scenes. Cover over underneath population exploitation, victimized by vanity. Faces in a magazine, pictures on a pixel screen. Set a lofty standard that disintegrates your self-esteem. Race to chase a plastic dream. Red carpets and limousines, blinded and distracted by the flashbulbs of celebrity. But just beyond the limelight, after fame has run its course, they'll throw you to the lions while it's sold out crowd of horns saying, stop the world, I wanna get off, cause there's bodies lying breathless, bleeding, piling up. They shook the bottle of rage, now it's been really rough. When the fury of the frayed wind blows. You can think yourself in circles, but the answer's never clear. Is there safety with surveillance? Is there freedom without fear? Unravel and untangle all you thought you understood, and question everything until you question why you should. We'll change the world with flowers, or we'll change the world with guns. We'll plant a seed or dig a grave before it's said and done. But if we come together, offer one and one for all, resistance rise future, may it crumble for the better, where tyrannical oppressors are but shadows will remember. No judgment based on color or your luck or your gender. Dismantle older models so they can't be reassembled. Let the daily tables turn your way. Watch out for a twist of fate. Careful not to stumble and become the very thing you hate. Seek out something comforting, search for something innocent, but you'll never have those eyes that look at life that way again. So you can take the high road, nothing ventured, nothing gained, but you'll fight fire with fire when you're going down the flaming sand. Stop the world, I wanna get off, cause we're at each other's throats and now it's choking my heart, and we can burn the earth or extinguish the torch when the fury of the trade wind blows. Thanks a lot. All right. Now, we're gonna rap. Give me a second to get some water. See if this works. All right. 1 second. We're not ready yet. We got Trace Mommy on. What's this fucking gonna do? Anytime, Maestro. Spin that shit. Well, that's the wrong one. The other one. We could have kept it going. We're working this out.
Give Bistro some slack.
Yeah, I'm over here.
There we go.
All right. When I fell for the girl with the neck tattoo, breaking hearts along shady lane. I was looking for trouble when she came through, saying trouble is my middle name. And she smells like a chain smoke hair salon. She's a trailer park fashion show. A little hot mess princess. Let's wake up late and then I'll make you breakfast. She's the girl with the neck tattoo. It always starts with once upon a party like a rock star, wasted making out in filthy bathrooms at a dive bar. The moment that I saw her walking through the front door, I ordered her a drink, she joined me for a few more. And then she kissed me, she said her name was Candy, cause her 7 sugar daddies gave her one too many cavities. A perfect hurricane of comedy and tragedy, an ugly duckling who got lucky growing up to be a top shelf smoke show, slim fit, fishnet freak who likes rough sex, living on a death wish, shoplifting from the vintage thrift, drinking coffee, huffing whippets, rolling Molly dice and cigarettes. So I said, fuck it, hey Candy, would you marry me? She said, I'm into flattery, but not so much monogamy. Be like a parakeet, repeat after me. I'll meet you in between the sheets, cause pretty Polly wants some amory. I must admit that I'm impressed at how she manages to navigate consent, romance, and 26 relationships. BDSM, she likes her friends to come with benefits. So if you tie her down, be sure there ain't no strings attached. Fell for the girl with the neck tattoo, breaking hearts along shady lane. I was looking for trouble when she came through, saying trouble is my middle name. And she smells like a chain smoke hair salon. She's a trailer park fashion show. A little hot mess princess. Let's wake up late and then I'll make you breakfast. She's the girl with the neck tattoo.
Sure is pretty in them tight clothes all painted up like trash.
She's a wild child going out in style, hotter than the burning garbage overflowing in a dumpster fire. Beware if you acquire everything your heart desires, but if you stay a while, promise I can make you smile. The final product, a Frankenstein Madonna made from pills, pod, hip hop, power pop, and punk rock. She's pretty crazy, witty, savage like a mic drop, smoking marijuana in pajamas at the bus stop. Fuck cops, got clout, hanging with the out crowd, drunker than a bender with the ghost of Amy Winehouse. She keeps a closet full of skeletons and cabinets of medicine, so innocent until she turns the lights out. She's complicated, but I'll try to explain. I write in case in front of waist, the place in basket in between. And then she winked and told me, don't want a man hand to hold me, but you can choke me in the alley after karaoke. Cause she's an artist with her manic panic painting portraits. She fills her canvas up with acid, weed, and mental illness. You think I'm joking, but I hope that you know I'll see you later sleeping over so we both can do the stick and poke. Fell for the girl with the neck tattoo, breaking hearts along shady lane. I was looking for trouble when she came through, saying trouble is my middle name. And she smells like a chain smoke hair salon. She's a trailer park fashion show, a little hot mess princess. Let's wake up late and then I'll make you breakfast. She's the girl with the neck tattoo, black sheep misfit, out of step. Kesha, Green Day, minor threat. She likes a 5-finger discount deal. All the earrings in her piercings were a stainless steel. A whiskey, ashtrays, herbal tea, tacos, incense, anarchy. She's like a head strip against the grain. She's a riddle and a puzzle and a guessing game. But when I dream of you and me, it's Kurt and Courtney meant to be, or Sid and Nancy clean without a murder mystery. Two personalities that break the mold, her body like a centerfold. My head explodes electric like a lightning bolt. She'll laugh and say whatever, I say it's now or never. For you and me to run away and build a life together. Be my umbrella or my shelter in the stormy weather. No, nothing matters, buy my record, sing it all together. I fell for the girl with the neck tattoo, breaking hearts along shady lane. I was looking for trouble when she came through, saying trouble is my middle name. And she smells like a chain smoke hair salon. She's a trailer park fashion show, a little hot mess princess. Let's wake up late and then I'll make you breakfast. She's the girl with the neck tattoo. Wait, what the fuck is this dude on? Thanks for listening to my set. This is my last number. This song's called All Good. It's about how I pretended to get famous. Where's my snare, dog?
Come on, Bistro.
There's records for sale, by the way, by the pinball machine.
Buy them. They're worth it.
See? So anyway, I got jokes. Just kidding. That's a good one. You saw me 12 years ago.
That's right, bro.
That's crazy, man. I don't even know where that was. I was trying to remember where the hell it was. Someone's house, I guess, in New York. I was on drugs. And it was so much better when I'm not on drugs. I'm literally becoming a rapper. This is wonderful.
Bro, that's the best I've ever
We're
seen.
so proud of you. I love you that much.
Thanks. Oh shit, sorry. We'll get back to that later. I have to rap now. No, we're good. This song's about revolution. As usual, the revolution isn't working out the way we expected. Oh shit! This is actually almost maybe worth it. You'll see when the song is done. But, you know, sometimes shit happens. How's everybody doing tonight in Madison Square Garden? This one time I was playing folk punk. All right, so I want to thank everyone for coming out. We may or may not have this last track, but if we don't have it, it is on Spotify. It is on the internet. There is a ridiculous video of me on a sailboat being a rich person. But that's all a lie, so you should definitely buy my merch so I can maybe be slightly rich. There we go. Okay, thank you. We're good, man. I'm like the Beatles when they landed at JFK. On the day my debut drops in the USA. Sold 100 million records, saved the industry. Now you're asking everybody if they heard of me. Now I'm hiding from the world behind sunglass shades. And I'll hook you up with money so you'll know unpaid. Got the homies waiting patiently for me backstage with the champagne, limousines, and MDMA. Now it wasn't long ago I passed out on your floor and you gave me $20 after I performed, singing songs of revolution you could barely hear. Over 20 people talking while they drank their beer. Yeah, I learned a lot, but those days are over. I'm dropping beats like a clumsy grocer, delivering the rhythm, and I still got heart. You can find me at the top, blowing up the charts, cause it's all good. I ain't coming down, I said it's all good. I'm gonna spread that love around.
To be successful in the music industry, you have to sell your soul to the devil.
Now I'm dating supermodels cause they like my style. Take a picture on the paparazzi's golden child. And sometimes they try to blast me in the magazines, but you're bound to catch a hater when you live the dream. Yeah, it gets a little lonely at the top of the world, in an ocean filled with dollar bills and diamonds and pearls. So I'll fly to California in my private jet. Tell me, what was that again about the 1%? Cause I'm occupying property from coast to coast. I just bought another house and an ounce to smoke. Yeah, I spend a lot of money, baby, just because, but I share it with the homeless in my entourage. Got a mansion in the heavens and a private yacht, and I'm building an expansion with my rising stocks. It's a never-ending party till it takes its toll, but I'm good at making history, that's how I roll, cause it's all good. I ain't coming down, I said it's all good. I'm gonna spread that love around, I said it's all good. I ain't coming down, I said it's all good. I'm gonna spread that love around. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 bags of Hennies and 8 balls of blow. Metaphors are flowing through my lyrical skills like convertibles are rolling through the Hollywood Hills. Rooftop parties in NYC, champagne popping me VIP. Sponsorships like you wouldn't believe. Now everything comes for free because it's all good. I ain't coming down, I said it's all good. I'm gonna spread that love around, I said it's all good. I ain't coming down, I said it's all good. I'm gonna spread that love around. 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 Thank you, bye.